Hello and welcome to another King Ice Showcase. Today we're looking at one of our biggest, highest selling, longest lasting, and favorite collabs, and that is Sonic the Hedgehog. If you've been following King Ice and you've been watching our drops, it's going to be no secret that we love Sonic the Hedgehog. We've made over 20 different Sonic the Hedgehog designs, and I'm going to show you almost all of those today. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, if you know anything about the launch history with King Ice and Sonic the Hedgehog, you might be able to guess what these first four pieces are that I'm going to show off. They are the first four pieces that we launched when we did the first round drop for Sonic the Hedgehog. And I'm going to get right into them, but first, I just want to show you the box. Right away, you can see that gold foil Sonic the Hedgehog logo, and then of course that gold foil Sonic the Hedgehog head right on the front of the box. As we flip it around to its side, you'll see the King Ice logo, the Sonic the Hedgehog logo here, the King Ice logo again on the other side, and on the back side of the box you're going to have that King Ice logo, the Sonic the Hedgehog logo, and all of that official license information, the copyright Sega stamp, so that you know you're getting an official product, an official piece of Sonic the Hedgehog merchandise licensed by Sonic the Hedgehog. Now let's get right on into the first piece, which you guessed it, is going to be Sonic. Now you'll notice as I open up the box, you're going to see all of this gold foil wrapping here with Sonic's silhouette encircled and printed into this gold foil all along the lid of the box. And then I'm going to flip this around, and a lot of people don't know this, our flip boxes do double as little display stands. So if you're a collector, you could display it just like so on your shelf or wherever you might like to put it. So it's a little bit about the box, but I want to go right into the piece. And I know we have a lot of pieces to go, but I want to really go in detail on this piece because it is such a great example of the work that we put into this collection and what's come out of it. What I want you guys to look really closely at is all of these gorgeous, brilliant cut blue stones, hundreds of them set into every single crevice of this piece. And this is the part that a lot of people don't realize. A lot goes into making the individual colors on our piece pop. This doesn't just mean that the stones are a different color, but that the plating itself has to be a different color. If you look closely, you'll notice that the blue stones on the Sonic the Hedgehog head are set into black rhodium plating. On the ears, inside of that yellow with those yellow brilliant cut stones, we have 14 karat gold plating. Underneath and set around the stones on the eyes, we have white gold plating. Then you've got more black rhodium plating just on the tip of Sonic's nose. And then of course we have that 14 karat gold plating continuing on up into the bail with more hand set white stones sitting on a 5mm Cuban. So you've got a lot of different platings here. You'll notice the green stones in the eyes as well. So you've got yellow stones, white stones, blue stones, green stones, 14 karat gold plating, black rhodium plating, white gold plating, all of which is very meticulously toiled over to make sure that we're putting in the right stone color, the right plating type, the right choice to make this pop. If we had done, for example, 14 karat gold plating behind these blue stones, you would get a lighter blue feel. It would be a little bit of a yellowy blue feel even. And so the reason that we chose black rhodium is because it darkens out the blue and actually makes it appear more color accurate for the blue that you're so familiar with in the character of Sonic. So this is something that really we go in deep on in the design process to be able to make sure that we are representing the character accurately, and this is the kind of stuff we have to think about when we're doing any of the Sonic characters. What plating type is going to just shift the hue of those stones just a little bit to make it closer to the color that we want that character to be represented in. When we take Sonic out of the box, you can see a little bit more of how those stones are hitting in the light, but what you can also see is that stamp on the back, the official Sega copyright logo stamped into the back of every single piece, so you really know you are getting an officially licensed product. This is the big factor here. These are collector's items. They are official Sonic the Hedgehog and King Ice collabs, and that's what makes these pieces different than a lot of other pieces, in addition to all of the incredible design quality and the attention to detail that goes into them. And that's one of the reasons why I love this collection so much. It really is just one of the best examples of what we do here at King Ice, which is take your favorite characters, take our favorite characters, and turn them into wearable art, right? Streetwear jewelry. These are products that didn't really have a lot of representation in streetwear jewelry before we were able to have the honor of doing these collabs with these great licenses, and especially with Sega. So it's just a really cool thing that we've been able to do to kind of bring these characters to life in a new way that you can engage with and interact with as a fan and wear right on your body, right? Now, of course, I could talk about just Sonic the Hedgehog forever, but we got a lot of other pieces here. So I want to just get out that full collection, that full first King Ice drop, so that you can kind of get a feel for what that looked like. Because at one point, this was our only lineup of Sonic the Hedgehog pieces. We had just dropped these 4, and let me tell you, the fan response was wild. I mean, nobody had ever seen officially licensed Sonic merchandise like this before. It took the fan base by storm. It took our office by storm, and we were blown away by the love and the reception that poured out, and the way that these pieces just sold out over and over and over again. And so this was really the collection that started it all: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow. And still to this day, they are some of the cleanest pieces in the collection. You can see, just like I talked about, the beautiful handset, hundreds of blue, brilliant cut stones in Sonic, and the way that the plating affects that color. We see that same process, thought, and care in the other pieces. When we look at Tails, we can really see the example of what I was talking about. All of these stones around Tails' eyes, around his ears, that yellow that you see, are actually white, brilliant cut stones, right? And the yellow is coming from that 14 karat gold plating. So this is what I'm talking about. You know, on Sonic we had to put black rhodium plating behind, and you can really just see just how much that plating type around the stones affects the color of the piece. Because these white stones here on Tails are the same stone types that we're getting in the whites of the eyes, around the mouth, and it's just that 14 karat gold plating around those stones that's really bringing out that color and giving you that yellow stone look. The bulk of the piece plated in gold on a 5mm Cuban, just like with Knuckles here. You can see all of those hundreds of handset, brilliant cut red stones. This is again on black rhodium plating to help those red stones deepen a little bit, darken a little bit, hit that correct color. And of course, you've got those little purple studs in the eyes, also brilliant cut handset. Now, the cool thing about Knuckles, and I do want to call on this just a little bit, is that there's a lot of depth to this piece. Just the addition of that back hair coming down behind Knuckles' head just gives it this very 3D look that I think was a really, really good choice on the design side to kind of build that depth out, get the hair kind of coming fully around the head. It's one of those pieces I like the way it looks. It hangs great. All of these pieces are flat back, right? So that they hang very, very clean against the chest and really show off the depth of the piece. When we look at Tails again, we also see a little bit of that example with that tuft of hair coming off Tails' forehead. Also has a little bit of that really nice molding and even handset stones underneath that 3D protrusion. So you get stones even in the places that you don't really see on the piece. We've iced it out, right? And that's something that we like to do a lot. The backs of the piece matter. In this case, we wanted to go flat back. We wanted to really just show off that Sega logo, make it feel like this very clean, refined design. And then of course we can move on to Shadow, the only piece in our original 4-drop that comes with a main plating of black rhodium. You'll notice the chain itself is a black rhodium Cuban, the bail is plated on black rhodium, and then of course the bulk of the piece is plated in black rhodium. And then of course these hundreds of handset, brilliant cut black stones really just bring out that dark look, and it is equally as striking for that as any of the other 3 pieces in the collection. All of the pieces stand out and just hit very hard. I gotta admit, when I look at them like this, all lined up next to each other, they almost feel 10 times cooler. Like they're already very, very cool, but when I see them lined up like this next to each other, it almost just makes me tingle. Like I kind of want to have all four as a display. And what I've noticed is the customers feel the same way. People want to be able to collect and show off these pieces just like this all together because of that exact reason. They look really, really cool. So let's move on. Like I said, we've got a lot to go through today. Now I want to call out real quick to the next Sonic drop, because before we really started getting into new characters, we wanted to expand on these just a little bit. We wanted to do full body versions of each of the main 4 OG Sonic characters that we had started with, and so we dropped the full body collection, the Fast Sonic, the Flying Tails, the Strong Knuckles, and the Fast Shadow Necklace. And these are fully 3D renditions, full body of each one of the characters, striking one of their iconic poses. So you can see Sonic in that running pose, Tails giving the peace sign, you've got Knuckles looking strong, and then Shadow looking, well, like Shadow. So you kind of have a little bit more personality to them, where you can really kind of feel the character's stance and pose come out, and you get that added kind of stylization of having a fully 3D piece. And each one of those was, of course, following those same kind of design characteristics that made these such a success. Those gorgeous blue stones in Sonic, the gorgeous red stones in Knuckles. We also did full, huge XL versions of those full bodies with a ton of handset stones, way more detail, much larger on giant Cuban chains, and we sold them for over $1,000 each in an exclusive release at ComplexCon. Those were only about 10 to 20 made of each piece ever, and so they are one of the most exclusive collectible pieces in the Sonic the Hedgehog lineup. The real one of one, though, is the giant full-size Sonic the Hedgehog that you can see displayed at Sega events that has been all over the place. And a lot of you, I'm sure, have seen it if you watch live streams, if you watch announcements, if you were at Hype Golf with Sonic, right? This was one of the coolest things ever. I love it when we get the opportunity to make a gigantic piece like that, or even the giant XL necklaces that we sold at ComplexCon. All of these things were just such cool pieces to make and such cool representations of these characters. We didn't want to necessarily leave them behind and start doing other characters until we had really fully given it the college try to put all that stuff out there and really represent them in all of the best ways that we can. And I genuinely think that we did a fantastic job of exactly that. Now we're going to get into a lot of the other pieces that we've dropped since. And this is when we kind of, I don't want to say went crazy, but we kind of snapped and couldn't help ourselves. We were flooded with character requests. Everybody wanted to see their favorite character represented next. We had so many characters that we wanted to design next, and design more characters is exactly what we did. So let's get right into some of those. On this launch, we actually launched 5 more pieces: the Eggman, the Amy, the Neutral Chow, the Dark Chow, and a Super Sonic that was so limited edition that I don't even have one to show you here today. That is just how rare and exclusive the Super Sonic necklace became, and only a rare select few Sonic the Hedgehog King Ice collectors were able to get one. And if you have got one now, I'm sure there's a few out there who are watching who do. Pat yourself on the back. It was a good choice. This thing is gone. It is not easy to find. But I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on the pieces that you can still get, that are right in front of you, and that is Eggman, Amy, Neutral Chow, and Dark Chow. Now, I got to admit, I was a huge Sonic Adventure fan. I spent maybe the most amount of time in the Sonic universe inside of the Chow Garden as a kid, and so this was a really cool thing for me to get to see us do the Chow pieces. I may be guilty of pushing people in the office to do them. I'm not saying it was all me. It wasn't, but man, was I excited when we were able to do 2 different Chow pieces, and they were one of the fastest pieces in the collection that I raced to go buy as soon as they came out. As we take a look at Eggman, we see all of these hundreds of handset brilliant cut stones, all of the detail with the black rhodium and the 14 karat gold plating around the mustache, those brown champagne colored stones to get that correct color there, and then these peachy colored stones for the nose, the blue streaks through the glasses which create this gorgeous reflective feel, and then all of that black rhodium around the goggles up on top with just a little 14 karat gold accents around the top of the goggles, and then inside of that we actually have green emerald colored stones. So this is one of those pieces that has a lot going on, a lot of different stone types, a lot of different colors in it, and I think it's kind of one of the more unsung heroes in the collection because it's got a little bit extra oomph to it. Very, very, very cool details to it. And I think people don't really realize just how much is going on inside of those goggles with the different stone colors here. It is one of those standout pieces in my mind in the Sonic the Hedgehog collection. Next, we've got the Amy piece, and this is a really cool piece because you don't often see those pink colored stones in other King Ice collabs, so it was really cool to get to kind of bring them out and pop the color in a way that we don't actually do on a lot of other character pieces. We also have these gorgeous little black rhodium streaks here for the eyelashes that do come off of the piece and hang a little bit. And I think those just really kind of add this nice little cool element because it's the only part of the piece that's really not iced out, and it gives it this just little bit of contrast that makes it pop. And it's just the little stuff, guys. It's those little details that really, really make these collections just kind of come out of the woodwork and feel original and different and new and worth their name as an official collaboration product, right? Next, of course, I know I've already talked about how much I love the Chow pieces, but I gotta hit on them a little bit more. They are fully 3D pieces, so the backs are completely iced out as well. You've got the cute little angel wings on the neutral Chow here, just coming out a little bit. And then, of course, on the dark Chow, you have those pointy, more sinister wings, and then that nice pointed tail. You've also got on the edge of its head here this very detailed spiked ball that really is just executed so well, and it just is just such a detailed, gorgeous piece all the way around it. That evil little smile that the dark Chow's got on it, every single little inch and crevice of the piece is completely iced out. And then you've got it sitting on this large white rhodium, white handset stone, almost tennis style bail because it goes up in that just really clean look. It's such a cool piece. And you know I was making the dark Chows when I was in the Chow Garden, so this is the one that really speaks to me, right? And man, just such a cool drop. And when you include that supersonic in there, it really just does not get better than that. Now, if anybody's watching who didn't really understand the extent of what I meant when I said we like Sonic and we couldn't stop doing characters, you might be starting to get it now. Because we dropped Rouge the Bat, a supersonic full body, a super shadow, and then one of the shoes, man. One of Sonic's grind shoes he's flying down the rails on. It's just such a subtle little drop, right, to do the shoe. And to do it exactly the way that it looked in the games is just so cool to me. I know it was cool to a lot of other people, and it just kind of shows the way that we were really trying to understand what we could do that we hadn't done yet, that, you know, would really get people excited and just not only make us happy because we think it's awesome, but share that with a lot of other people. And the shoe was just one of those cool ways that we were able to do that. When you look at these pieces, right, guys, so much of that same attention to detail continuing. There's no fall off, guys. We didn't drop off halfway here. We're still going so strong. You got all of these brilliant red stones in the edges of the super shadow, all of the yellow plating and white stones. This is another piece that's got those white stones set into yellow plating to get that right coloration. The same goes for the supersonic over here. And on the Rouge, you've got that same kind of gold plating behind those white stones on the ears as well. They're a little bit larger stones, so they come across as even lighter. And this is the nuance that we're looking at. Of course, you've got all the little black rhodium noses on each piece, and then those emerald green colored stones for Rouge's eyes, the blue colored stones on that black rhodium to really darken out those eyelids. It's all of the little stuff, guys. And of course, as always, that Sega copyright stamp right on the back, so you know it's an official collab. Supersonic is fully iced out all the way around. And the hair on Sonic is one of my favorite things, guys, in this collection. The way that the 3D hair just comes out the back like that, and if you look at some of the other pieces or the big statue, you can really just see the way that that hair is everything on the piece when you get all of those stones wrapping around, getting inside of each one of the big pieces of hair, right? So it continues, guys, a bunch of really cool pieces still coming out, still dropping. And to this day, no end in sight. And not even an end yet in this video, because I still have more pieces to show you. So let's get right into it. What did I tell you guys? We have more pieces. We're making more pieces. We couldn't stop. We can't stop. We're not even done yet. I'm gonna have to update this video in a year because we're gonna have dropped even more Sonic. But don't tell anybody I told you that, right? Of course, you've got Silver, Blaze, Metal Sonic, Super Silver. We're hitting all of them, guys. You can't stop us. It's like we've become Dr. Eggman because we made Metal Sonic, guys. And guess what? It's metal. It's black rhodium, white gold, 14 karat gold plating, all fully iced out, just like all of these pieces. Blaze especially looks incredible with that single one ruby colored stone right in the center of her forehead. The black stones popping out of that yellow 14 karat gold in the eyes. All of these gorgeous little purple stones hand set around the edge. Silver and Super Silver, of course, a lot larger pieces, and they are working for it, right? And they carry just as much detail as any of their counterparts, with even the tufts of the ears sticking out just very subtly behind the pendant, right? It's hard to even notice some of the detail that goes into these pieces. But that's what it's all about, guys. I mean, in my mind, this is a perfect, quintessential collab. This is really what defines King Ice and what we do. So as I wrap this up, I just want to say thank you to all of the customers, all of the fans who have been outpouring love since day one on this collection, who have been supporting this collection and really just expressing their excitement in the same way that I am right now about each one of these pieces. It means the world. It's the reason that we've been able to keep bringing you all of the great designs in the Sonic the Hedgehog line that we want. And it's such a cool experience to be a part of this fandom with you guys as we continue creating incredible Sonic pieces as part of this official collab. So thank you all. And I know I showed you a lot of pieces today, but the crazy thing is, I didn't even show you all of them. And by the time this video's out, or by the time you're watching it at least, there might be even more out. So go on kingice.com, click on that Sonic the Hedgehog tab under collabs, and check it out, guys. This is one of those things that's not worth missing. Comment down below and let me know what you've already bought, what your favorite piece is, which one you want, what's on your list. Are you gonna get all of them? Let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next one.